Hey guys, welcome in. My name is Tim Knox. I am the owner of Revolved Realty here in Madison, along with my friend, co-conspirator, fellow entrepreneur, Thom Rigsby. How are you?
I'm good.
Is entrepreneur your official title now?
No.
No?
No.
What would be your official title?
Greatest business coach in Huntsville.
There you go.
Now that you're retired.
Well, there you go. Hey, I'm glad you're here because we want to talk a little bit about this video that is a relocation marketing piece that was released by the FBI.
Yeah.
And we know that because right there it says
FBI.
My FBI, Huntsville. And if you're unaware, the FBI is moving, 1,800, not agents, but employees here. I thought they were going to be like 1,800 agents.
No.
It's going to be just a couple of agents and a whole bunch of support people, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, they are moving here. There are a number of other companies that are moving here. And when you and I were watching this video, there was a little air about it, almost like they're trying to clear up some misconceptions about Huntsville. So I thought what we would do is we would further clear up those misconceptions. So the folks that are thinking about relocating here will have a lot of information and will really have an insight into life here in Huntsville.
I like it.
You like it?
Yep.
Let's watch a little bit of the video.
Okay.
If you haven't seen this is public. It's on YouTube. I'm gonna pause it right there.
Okay.
Talk about what we've seen so far. Clearly, it is a marketing piece.
Yes.
Designed to let the folks know, and understandably so. We want to transfer you to Huntsville, Alabama. Where?
Where?
So they put this together, and I think did a great job as far as the video goes. These are 4 FBI employees who were already here.
Right.
And they're talking a little bit about the surprise. Is that the air you get, that there is a little surprise to it? A happy surprise?
Yeah, definitely. And I had a very similar reaction to you.
To me?
To you.
Okay.
I had a similar reaction as you when I watched this for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Born here, raised here, left twice, came back twice.
Born and raised, never left.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
It would be easy to take this as hey, we're going to convince you to come down to Bumpkinville.
Yeah.
But the reality is, I've lived all over the place, all around the world. You have a perception of everywhere.
Sure.
Just like right now, as we record this, it's February. I don't want to be up north because it's cold.
Right.
Well, it snowed here yesterday.
It did for a few minutes.
So,
yeah.
Your perceptions can greatly influence your experience.
Yeah. Let's talk about those perceptions, because when people, immediately hear about the South,
right,
there are those perceptions of it's still the old South, this and that. We have those same kind of perceptions here. Like when I say New York City,
right,
I think of rude, dirty.
Right. Exactly.
I've been to New York City 5 times and never made it past the airport. So I really don't have anything to base that on other than my misconception. And I think that's what they're doing here. They're saying, look, here is this wonderful, bustling, one of the voted over and over, one of the best places in the country to live. We've got the second highest concentration of engineers and scientists. It's really not that bad.
Best small airport, don't forget.
we have the smallest, most expensive airport.
Oh, yeah.
There is that, but it's getting better even. So I think that, and kudos to them for clearing up these misconceptions, because a lot of people think Huntsville, Alabama. The thing that they need to realize is Huntsville is not your typical Alabama town.
No, it's not. And it's, excuse me, it's not even typical of the South in general.
I hear people compare us, once they've been here, more to Silicon Valley than anywhere else in the country.
I get a lot of comparisons to Austin.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting place too, because there are so many people that have moved from Silicon Valley to the Silicon Prairie, you know, and so we have a lot of diversity of origin and background here
We
too.
do.
Lots of people that have moved in. In fact, I introduce myself frequently as an anomaly because I was born here.
Well, I always call myself a native, and the rest of you guys are immigrants.
Yeah.
Because I did grow up here, and I can remember when, you know, Huntsville wasn't the mecca of technology that it is now. And I can remember when my little hometown of Madison, which is the suburb, we had like 35 kids in my senior class. Now, granted, that was 40 years ago.
Yeah.
But if you go to a Madison school now, there are 35 kids in a bathroom. And so it really has grown. And the reason it's grown is the economy. I mean, you can trace this all the way back to the 50s when von Braun was brought here to start the rocket program.
Well, one of the great things that we know is that for every employee that a new business brings, the FBI is bringing 1,800 or so.
Yeah.
We know that creates 3.1 additional job opportunities. From the convenience store where you get gas, to the restaurant, to the grocery store, to where you buy your house.
Yeah.
All of those things are necessary to kind of fill in and complete that community.
Yeah.
And so when we talk about new businesses, new jobs, or relocating businesses, it's more than the total impact is much greater than just those numbers.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the reasons, and you touched on this, that Huntsville is so unique is the diverse population. Because you don't have, I wouldn't guess, I mean, what percentage are actually born and raised here?
We had a hockey team in town
In Alabama.
when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Not at my high school. We only had 62 people in my class. But UAH had a hockey team
Yeah.
that were playing, you know, the Notre Dames and Indianas and Illinois of the world. And that's a direct result of NASA, the Army, the contractors, and the people that attracted, bringing that interest and making it real here.
Yeah. Well, it really kind of started with BRAC, the base realignment deal back 25, 30 years ago. You know, to give you a little history of Huntsville, I mean, you can go on and look at, you know, how we went from this little sleepy cotton town. Then during World War II, we became a munitions city when the Redstone Arsenal located here. During the Cold War, Huntsville was on the target for Russia because of the arsenal. But then when von Braun came here, it all went into the Apollo was here, the shuttle, the space station, and that's when all these engineers and scientists and all those guys, and that's when the diversity really started.
Right.
And so I think that's one thing for folks to understand as they're looking to move here is we are a very transient, call them, you know, immigrants coming from other parts of our country, and it really has resulted in a very diverse place to live. I want to talk a little bit about that. Let's talk about life in North Alabama.
Okay.
Lifestyle, living here. Couple of things. I'm in the real estate business, so of course, you know, at the pace that this area is growing, real estate's just crazy, just nuts. We can't build houses fast enough.
I think I saw yesterday that there's under 600 houses in inventory.
The last time I looked, there was under 900. There may be under, say, we're at a 20-year low in housing, which means the builders are building like crazy. We are, I think we're actually on the upswing as far as new home construction. But the point is the housing market here, as hot as it is, the houses you can buy here compared to what you're going to spend in the other parts of the country. If you're coming from D.C. or Virginia and you sell a house up, you've got a little 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot house you sell for $1 million. Down here, you can buy like 5 or 6 of those.
Yeah.
You know, you can get that house there. Here would be in the 3s.
Yeah.
So that's very positive. The housing market, the cost of living here is still one of the lowest in the country, even though we've got one of the highest median incomes.
Yep.
Because of all the engineers and that sort of thing. So that's something to realize, because as people are moving here, and I talk to them all the time in my business, you know, they are always constantly amazed, surprised in a good way as to what they can buy with their housing dollar here.
Yeah.